Hello. It is nearly 10 p.m. where I live, and we are going to do some shiny hunting. Hope you all are having a great day or great evening wherever you are. I certainly am. And to start the shiny hunt, the very first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to make a sandwich. So the guide that I'm following is from Reddit, and according to said guide, well, it looks like if you use a spicy and a salty herba mystica, that you can get encounter power and shiny power and title power level 3 all at the same time. In fact, why don't we go ahead and download this image? Save image as, and I'll put it up on the screen here for y'all to see. Let's see here, and image. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so you can see here, this is Demo Zin's Herba Mystica Utilization Guide. Oh, and it's mirrored. No, thank you. And specifically what we're looking at getting here is fighting. I'll have to zoom in a little bit. But specifically what we're looking at getting here is fighting encounter power, which is not tomato, fighting is pickles. And then we want encounter, which is salty and spicy herba mystica. I just happen to have one of each. And then we're going to throw ourselves into area 0 and see about getting ourselves some shiny, we got some shiny paradox Pokemon. I said, hope you all are having a good day, and with that, let's get to it. Gonna make a sandwich. Of course, according to the guide, we need creative mode. First of all, we want pickles, and then we want salty herba mystica and spicy herba mystica. Okay. And then, is that it? Oh, right, a pick. Obviously, we're going to use a sword. Alright, so there's the herba mystica. Looks nice and sparkly. This feels way too easy. Pickle. 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 Alright, is that it, really? I feel like... Okay. Well, we'll see if it worked. If it didn't, well, I recently saved. So, we'll see. Certainly looks fancy with that sword stuck in it. Nom 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 nom. So this should give me 3-star fighting, title, and encounter sparkle. Oh wow, it worked. Ha 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 ha. Oh, that was simple. All right, yeah, this is going in the description before I forget, because this is valuable to everyone. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We're gonna pin that. There you go. So let's pack up and go. Yes, please. And this is the first time I've ever actually had sparkling power. So yeah, we have half an hour of it. It's the only salty Herba Mystica that I have. So let's make the best use of it that we can and go to the 0 gate. Like I said, we are looking for shiny iron Valiant and shiny iron hands. Hopefully we get one of each. I don't know. I mean, we're probably going to get Halucha as well. But Halucha shiny is actually pretty cool. That's probably the worst that we're going to get. So we're just going to start at Research Station 1 and venture our way into the depths. Alright. So, because we have fighting power 3, I believe all that will spawn are fighting Pokemon. I understand how the encounter powers work. That should be, yep, Halucha. That makes sense. There are some Iron Valiant, or Iron Hands. And yeah, we're just gonna walk our way down here and see what we can see. So the shiny Iron Hands have silver pants. Oh yeah, and Pomo and Pommy doesn't look shiny either. So Iron Hands. Yeah, this level 3 power is actually pretty sweet. What do I get on my bike? Yep. None of you look shiny. Nope. You're not. Neither you are shiny. You're not shiny. Right. So that's what if we go over here? Right. You don't look shiny. Neither do you. I didn't realize that there were Metacham, Metatite that would show up. Alright. That's alright. You're not shiny. Oh, this pants spawning in really tripped me up though. You're not shiny. You're not shiny. You're not shiny. And neither are any of you. Nope. You 4, 5, 6 aren't shiny. How many encounters am I going to get? Holy cramoly. You're not shiny. You know, I should really... Your pants are tripping me up, buddy. I realize you're sleeping and T-posing, but your pants are going to make me lose it. How about I look up the shiny for Pomo and Pommy real quick, too. Hello, buddy. Alright, okay, so the shiny for Pomo is pink. The shiny for Pommy is also pink. And Iron Hands, you need to not exist right now. Look for a different color. Looking for a different color. Oh, there's so many of them, though. So this is normally where you'd, like, fall down. More Halucha. More Iron Hands. These pants are tripping me out. Dude, turn your pants on, man. Alright, so more not shiny. You're not shiny. None of you are shiny. You're not shiny. I'm not falling for that pants turned off look. Neither of you are shiny. You're not shiny. Let's see. And this is I'm surprised at how many encounters I'm actually getting. Yeah. No fighting Pokemon spawn alike, which is why, except for that bird. Which is why I'm getting water Pokemon down here. And ghosts, apparently. Alright. More Pomo, Pommy. Another Iron Hands. Another iron hands. More iron hands. More birds. More mice. More iron hands. More mice. None of you are shiny. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, let's go. Let's give this one more look. Yep, and then head out. Okay, cool. So we're 5 minutes in. What I want to do is make it all the way down to the Iron Valiant cave. Iron Valiant / Roaring Moon if you're on Scarlet. Alright, so I believe this is the way there. Well then, alright. Yep. None of you are shiny. Nope. Nope. Well then, buddy. Alright, get off the rock. Alright, let's go in the secret cave. You're not shiny. You're not shiny. Pommy literally falling off of the... Okay. That was... I'm not okay with that. Alright, another Iron Valiant. Another Iron Valiant. Alright, alright. More Pommy. None of which are shiny. Alright, you two aren't shiny. Neither are you. Holy crap, the encounter power like really works. Like that's actually really neat. You get more of the Herba Mystica. It's pretty cool stuff. Oh, what did I hit? Okay, you are not a fighting type Pokemon. I don't know what you're doing, but you can not be here. Alright, so... Hey, Carol. Yes, I did eat a shiny sandwich. I've got the max level. I posted a guide to the Discord if you want to follow along with my recipe, but it involved pickles and magic weed. Wait, that looks shiny. Is that just because it's off? No, it's just because it's off. Dingus. Yeah, the shiny ones don't have the pink on them. Right, in fact, if you want to hang out, hang on a minute. I can do this too. Yeah, there's so many of them in here. I've never seen this many in my entire playthrough ever. Anyway, so let me look up, actually, let me really quickly just look up the shiny sprite for Iron Valiant. There's so many of them in here. Holy cramoly. Let's see here. Yeah, so it doesn't have the green on it. Hang on a minute. So it doesn't have the green helmet. Let's look at these again. So I was looking at the pink, not the green. Let's see. Good luck finding shiny Valiant. It is such a beautiful Pokemon. Yeah, it is. Hello, buddy. This one was like, will you be my friend? If you like quick balls, I'll be your friend. How about that? Thanks for the luck, Frosty. Our Moonblast is going to hit really hard. Yeah. Alright, bye-bye. In fact, let me do one more thing here. Do I have any more candy? Yeah, I do have some more candy. Let's actually get our catcher leveled up as much as we can. I realize I'm going to kind of screw up the IVs a little bit here, but it's alright. Alright. Anyway. Alright, so we're going to pop out of this cave for a minute and go look for Iron Hands again. Hey, Carol, how you doing?
What's up? I had to figure out my mic.
No worries.
So many spooky robot.
Yeah, there's so many of them out here.
So I guess with like the sandwiches, you can kind of mix and match pieces to get like exactly the right thing you need for whatever you're going for.
Yeah, so if you look at the guide I posted in the Discord, there is, like all of the combinations that matter listed all out together. So basically it's 2 Herba Mystica and then like whatever like component you want, and it worked. I mean, I got level 3 sparkling title encounter.
I see.
I can barely hear you. I gotta turn you up on my side here.
Here, let me...
That's a little bit better.
How about now?
Oh, that's also a little bit better.
For some reason, my mic settings, my mic volume was turned down to 0%.
Oh, spooky. That would be a problem.
Right? That would not be great.
Yeah, so I thought I'd pop on with a tasty beverage and see if the sandwich recipe actually works, and it clearly does.
Yeah, geez, look at all of them.
I've never seen this many, ever.
Well, that's kind of neat then.
Yeah. They still don't like quick balls, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, you only got to catch the one shiny when it finally shows up.
True. And I've got 2 false wipers on my team right now, so I should be good.
Because, yeah, I was debating, like, looking into how the specific shiny hunts work. Because I've actually, since getting the shiny charm, I've found 2 just roaming around.
Damn.
So I'm like, it must not be too bad to, like, focus fire one dude.
I've still found, I have the shiny charm now. I've still found 0. Found 1. Apparently I encountered 2, but, yeah.
Yeah, that's always a rip. You're like, which was it?
I'm sure it was sometime when I was just kind of AFKing, trying to grind out something.
That's what happened to me. It's like, that Wooper probably was shiny.
I don't know, like, sometimes the night lighting can make it look a bit funky.
Yeah, but it's the only thing is I had apparently missed one, and I didn't know which one it was. It's a little spooky.
Yeah. I think that's probably why they put that count up there. It's just like a little like, hey, here's what you missed.
Taunt you forever.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's rough.
I'm just glad I noticed the shiny
Right, yeah, it's like
Breloom.
You're almost like, oh, you'd notice it like at the corner of your eye.
Yeah. I love how like quiet it is though. It's like, oh, that's different. You know?
It's like it stands out and you're just like, oh, hey, wait a minute. Because yeah, I found a shiny snow runt last night. Unfortunately, it was. What was that?
I was just gonna ask, what does the shiny snow runt look like? Isn't it just like the same color?
Like a blue hat instead of an orange hat. But it was a male snow runt, so now I'm like, well, I can't evolve it into Frostlass, which is a big rip.
Yeah, Glalie shiny looks cooler than Frostlass's. Frostlass just gets a magenta like sash.
Yeah, okay, I haven't looked at either, but I was like, oh, Frostlass is like actually a cool Pokemon.
So you see this one in the background here sleeping?
Like with the power off?
Yeah, that keeps tripping me up because I'm like, oh, the skirt's gone.
Yeah, for these guys specifically, you got to look for like the hat, the part of their hat.
The hat is gray, I think, and I know the pants are gray.
It needs to be silver. Yeah, it needs. Yeah, that needs for all of the future Paradox Mons. The shinies are just monochrome.
I haven't seen anything yet. I have video evidence of whatever I've missed if I've missed something, so...
Right? You go back and be like, hey, look, you missed 4 of them. Be like, heck.
Fuck.
Yeah, I kind of like that all the robot guys have like chrome shiny.
Yeah. Well, you know, everything's chrome in the future, right?
I mean, apparently, SpongeBob is true because these
Yeah.
guys are all very shiny.
So these guys, the little mices, are pink shinies apparently.
Which ones?
The
The
Polypama.
Palmots?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess if they're in the fighting pool that are being summoned, you might as well know what shinies you could find in it.
Yeah. This dude in the wall's tripping me out here. Yo,
'Cause yeah, a lot of the ones I like, if I see them a lot, I'm
buddy.
like, I'll look it up just because I don't want to miss it. Like if I'm looking at if I'm like
Yeah.
EV grinding Lechonks, I know to look for pink,
Right.
so I don't accidentally kill one or like not engage it.
Yeah. I wonder if that's actually what happened to the one that I killed.
Yeah, it's also like if you encounter it like really early on, you just wouldn't know because some guys have like variants that aren't quite shinies, but are like the bird duck, like the squawkabillies. They come in 4 colors, so you could be like, well, what's the shiny for that?
Right. Yeah. And I'm pulling these guys out of the walls on purpose because, obviously if this is a shiny in the walls, I want it.
Yeah, some people speculate that the reason that the shinies don't have an indicator is because guys are just spawning in the walls constantly, and if you heard a shiny indicator and he was inside the wall, then you'd just be ripped.
Interesting.
Which I mean, it's a plausible enough theory, but
That
kind of a
seems a
dumb
little
reason.
soft.
Yeah,
All right, yeah. So for these
like
guys
you could at
that,
least give you a visual hint, like give them
yeah,
like some sparkles, because yeah, otherwise it's like some are like a shade off, like the exact same color as the non-shiny, but like just a shade darker.
yeah, like Haunter Gengar,
Yeah, you're like,
Gibble.
oh, how are you gonna even notice that in a like when you're moving high speed on a bike or something? You probably aren't going to.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what I'm looking for now is just the green hats.
Yeah, just gotta look for no green hat.
And it looks like I'm going far enough away that I'm clearing the spawns when I cycle around. So
Yeah, it's like you gotta find like a good distance for your like patrol so it gets rid of the new ones and pulls the new ones in. Because some spaces are too small to really despawn the other guys that are. But this place is nice and big.
ooh. That looks promising. Or is it
Where?
asleep? Oh no, it's just green. It's green. Dingus.
Yeah. Yeah, like all the shinies, so, like you notice them and you're like you double take for a second there. You're like, is that actually? Oh, it is. Yeah, like
Yeah. Hello. All right, fine. Do you like quick balls? Mm-mm.
many friends willing to introduce themselves.
Oh, that hurts. Go away.
I kind of wish that the Iron Valiants kept their arms like blades, because when you
Oh,
have
like
them,
that?
you know, like because they either have them like where they combine them into like the little double-bladed staff thing, but sometimes they have them like attached to their arms.
Yeah, the part of the animation is to like detach them and then run at you with the
Yeah, but
glaive.
some of them have it like as their like default standing animation, and I'm wondering if that's like
A
per
variant?
per Pokemon. Like, is there variant
No, I
neutral
mean
animations?
I see this one like switching off and on. Like it's a glaive now, but then it was like seconds
Yeah,
ago it was like
sometimes in
elbow
battle
blades.
though, I've run into ones where they're just their inactive animation is they've got the arms. And I'm
Weird.
like wondering, well, like once you're in the actual fight with one, like once you're in a battle, because on the overworld they just change, but once you're in battle, they tend to favor one or the other when they're not
Oh, okay.
fighting.
It might be a variant thing. It might just be an RNG. This is the animation it picked thing.
Yeah, I'd be curious what dictates that, because I'm like, I think they look a lot cooler with the two
Huh?
arm
Graveyard keeps
blades,
showing up here.
because big doggo energy.
I guess. I don't have ghost sparkling power, so I don't think that their odds are increased. Look at this itty bit. It's so small. Look at him.
Oh yeah, if you can get them rated at the there's like a guy in the starting not the starting town, but like the town at the academy. There's like a lady who will judge them, and she'll
Dude,
give if you have like the because it's a 255 value on size. If you have a 0 or a 255, you'll get a title on the guy.
spicy. Iron hands. Oh, look at the palmy up in the ceiling in the upper left. When I get out of this, there they are. They're just like hanging out there. Hello,
They're doing
friends.
they're doing their best.
Alright, let's go look for some more Iron Hands out here. Given that I have 11 minutes left in this, I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm not going to find one. And I only had the one Salty Urban Mystica,
Yeah, it's they're hard to get.
which means my encounter power, which is powering all of this, is going to go away in 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's kind of like you gotta. It's not guaranteed. You also gotta get lucky, which is kind of nice.
Yeah,
The shinies are a little bit of work because I was a little worried because it seems like some videos online were like, you do this and you can have like a team of shinies of them like really quick, and I was like, what? Like the thumbnails on their videos showed like them with like 10 of the shiny of them. Like, what are they doing?
turn out
Unless they're duping. I know there's been some duplication glitches that have been floating around.
yeah, there are a
But
couple.
that's dishonorable.
I
Nobody
don't
wants
know.
to do
I have
it.
mixed feelings about dupe glitches because I grew up duping across the link cable on the old Game Boy.
Oh, you're a bad person. I see
It,
how it is.
if you yanked the link cable at just the right
Yeah,
time, you could dupe.
I remember accidentally doing that,
And
but
then
it could also corrupt your save,
and then
and then
so
it.
well, red and blue made it impossible to get some things unless you get things reasonably like Mew, unless you had like a Game Shark.
Yeah, that's true. Because I remember horror stories of people trying the duplication glitch, and then like it corrupts the save on the cartridge, and the game just wipes itself, and you just have it like formats the cartridge.
F. The
Yeah, I'm
only
like,
time I've ever
oof.
the only time I've ever seen that happen secondhand was a friend of mine missing know his way into oblivion.
Oh yeah, that can do it too. You gotta know what you're doing if you like delve into
Yeah.
the more magical side of the glitch realm.
Yeah, I remember if we were like playing together or if he'd called me or which it was, but I remember him telling me that like, the game came up and said all save data has been erased, which is like such the weirdest message to receive on like a game cart
Right?
randomly.
It's a worrying message because you're
Yeah.
like, oh, there's no salvation to be had.
You know that was written into like one of the error handling routines.
Right? Yeah, it was just something to handle if something
Yeah.
that should never happen somehow happens.
Yeah. Of course, as a kid, you don't know that. It's just like, oh, I cursed my game. you know?
Right? Yeah, you're just like, huh. I had an interesting one with Link's Awakening. The original cartridge, somehow the save got corrupted, but only half of it.
What?
So it was like a like so so I had a save that was like 100%ed, and
Okay.
I loaded up the save, and like on the like map, like every even coordinate had reset. Like the map had reset to a fresh save, but all the odd coordinate blocks still had my cleared save. So I was in this weird state where I went and got the chicken that you can revive underneath the like fountain that you bring back to life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I went and got the chain chomp at the same time, and I had both. And so I was just flying around the map like with the chain chomp
Oh,
attached to my
heck.
legs with the flying rooster. It was the weirdest thing.
That's incredible.
And then yeah, next time I started up the game, the cartridge had the save was gone.
I wonder if the battery was just like starting to flag and you caught it right before it completely went kaputsk.
Right, yeah, like I just happened to load the game like as half of it had died, and it was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen. I was like, weird.
That's funny. I'm not gonna lie, for a minute, I always get, I don't know why, but I always get A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening mixed up. So I was
Oh yeah.
listening to that story thinking Link's Awakening until you mentioned the chain chomp. It's like, wait a minute. Nope, something's wrong.
Yeah, I love all the weird Nintendo references in that game.
Oh yeah. No, Kirby, and I'm glad they like preserved them as well. So like,
For the remake,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Hello, you.
The remake was really good.
Yeah,
It
it
looked like
was.
really nice.
They kept it like faithful, but also updated like
Certain things that
where
needed it.
needed. Yeah,
Yeah, some of the stuff that was kind of stupid and annoying in the original game, they like being able to like just teleport with the song.
yeah,
That was like, oh, thank you. I love being able to teleport to any of the teleport spots instead of just that witch's house that sells the medicine.
yeah. It seems to me like a lot of modern games now, like fast travel's like table stakes for any kind of big adventure.
Well, it just makes sense. Like the fan base that likes those kind of games are getting older, and like I want to play the game. I don't want to waste like if I have an hour to play, I don't want to waste 30 minutes of that just like
Traveling.
moving around the map.
What's up here? Oh, there's more of them up
There's
here.
like a balance to it. Like you don't want fast travel right away because like it makes the exploration feel worse, but like having it
Yeah.
after you've been somewhere is really nice.
I didn't realize there was a team up here. But you're in the wall. I think I saw green though. I did.
Cursed wall shinies.
So mad about Orange the Breloom. I can't teach it Spore.
Right? That's a super big bummer.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Oh, that's a sweet ass looking symbol. So like I knew that there was some weird condition for Spore, but I thought that when I looked it up on the learn set for Breloom and it was empty, like it wasn't there. Like I thought, oh well, they must have just removed it from Breloom because it was too powerful. They rebalanced a bunch of things because they do that.
Oh, rip. Yeah, sometimes like Scald going away.
Yeah. I thought maybe it was just like a just
That.
now like a fungus thing.
Yeah, that's oof.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
How much time do I have
Well,
left?
maybe they'll change it eventually. I don't know.
Eh. Heckles
It's
up.
nice at least for like most things now. You can salvage a
Yeah.
shiny.
I mean, to be fair, like that was absolutely user error. I had the capability to get it and just didn't
Oofed
because I
it.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not like
Yeah.
egg moves where it's like, oh, you got this cool shiny and it knows nothing that you need, and now you're absolutely screwed.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I
You
guess I
just have
could have
to,
gotten that same situation if I caught it as a Breloom, but
if it came as a Breloom, yeah. Yeah, I'd be curious if the wild Breloons come with Spore or not. Because if they do not, then they're kind of hecked.
a little
But
bit.
that's also like fair though, because you've just got it in the wild instead of like raising it yourself. So you don't get
Yeah.
the yeah.
I might have to go like trawl the 5-star raids and see if I can't get some more Urban Mystica because I'm almost out of time here and I do not have a shiny. But
Weird, yeah. I'd have to. It's like, is there another layer to it? Because like people were saying, like I don't know. I haven't looked at that. I've seen thumbnails of videos that are like, get shinies in 15 minutes. And,
I mean, I could reset. So usually the
but
way
that's true. Yeah, you could say you could turn off autosave and
it's already
then.
off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could just reset. I guess that makes more sense. Then you don't have to worry about rating. Yeah, that's the best play.
Usually the way it works is like if you want to get a specific shiny, what you'll do is you find an area where the shiny that you want is the only one of that type that spawns in that area. So, for
So
instance,
all of them are that, yeah. Like
exactly.
these
So you only
guys
get fighting types of Iron Valiant out here, right?
and
That's why I
grave dogs
picked,
because grave dogs.
except for those. I could have picked
Great.
Fairy, I guess, but I also wanted Iron Hands, and I got greedy and thought I could get both, and plus pickles.
Pickles. Yeah. Yeah, that's valid. Yeah, I guess just yeah, loading a save would be the optimal play. Though once you get one, then you're basically
Then the spin was worth it, basically. Yeah.
yeah, then the sandwich is worth it. Plus, like then yeah, you don't have to. You're gonna have to get another one because it's not like you're gonna reset your shiny, the one you did get.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna pop out for the last couple of minutes here and see if I can't find an Iron Hands. There's some more Valiants that show up out here anyway. So
Yeah, I guess if there's this method, it explains because I've seen quite a few shiny Iron Valiants in raids online to the point that I was kind of surprised. I was like, oh well, I guess if there's like this kind of a thing, and you could just figure out which
yeah,
one you need for that specific mon in the spawn group, then
for Valiant too, like because it only spawns in one spot. Same for Roaring Moon on Scarlet. Like
it helps out because
yeah, a lot.
it's also nice that that's a big space, like big
Yeah.
enough that you can from one end to the other, it'll despawn and respawn guys the whole time you're there. Heck, this makes me want to like go for one of like the shiny like the Tyranitar robot.
Oh yeah, where does that one spawn?
They spawned near the ramps, like there's like these ramps that you have to climb up that are like brown crumbly rock.
Oh yeah, like yeah, where you can't like you slide down them.
Yeah, you have to use the climbing ability to get up them. They
Uh,
s- they spawn around those. Although it's kind of a weird typing. It's like what, like electric
Electric rock.
rock. Yeah,
That's a bit weird. Looks cool though.
it does look cool. Yeah, there's one of the
Oh
spawn
heck.
points for him is up that ramp.
I don't want to go in here. Where are we going in here? Leave. Bye bye. Okay.
Yeah, I guess if you just reset your save over and over again until you get the one.
I mean,
It's
assuming
like
that works. I did turn auto saving off, so.
I suppose if you didn't have it be like if you had a like sound cue or something, you could almost automate this.
Yeah, maybe that's another
Which
reason why they just didn't. Because there's
didn't,
so many of
yeah.
them out here.
Yeah, I'm like if I had a queue and I could just like find a spot near here that I can run in circles that like they don't spot like on top of the house,
Yeah.
you could just go in circles or like put a macro on your controller and then just kind of have headphones in until you hear the shiny.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to navigate like make a macro to like navigate and pick it up, but still.
Yeah, no, as soon as you hear it, then you just turn the macro off and like go find it.
I mean, I wonder if that's what they did with what people did with Arceus.
That's probably true because you could just like very easily set your guy up like start because the shiny sound and the visual would happen at any height. So you could just set fast travel to the highest point on the map and then just fly over the entire map. And then once you land, just have it fast travel you back to the point again and just jump off and glide just on a loop.
Yeah. All right, I think I just dropped my power because I'm seeing other things now. Yep,
Heck.
that is true. All right, well, let's see. How to do this? Just kill the game, I guess, right?
Yeah, just restart.
As it
Does
as
this game have like the LRAB start select reset? Because old Pokemon games had that. You could just reset to the title screen from in the game.
hmm. LRAB. I'm not sure I can actually
Oh,
do that with
I
my
guess
hands.
I guess the soft reset is just close the game and reopen it.
I mean, that I think makes more sense. It's easier at
Yeah.
least. Right. All right, so it saved me here. I'm not sure exactly why it saved me here, but I'll take it. Let's do a picnic. I think this is where I picnicked too. This is a very unfriendly spot to picnic.
The zero area.
Yeah. Let's make a
Yeah,
sandwich.
well, you know.
All right, so we're gonna do creative mode. We want pickles. And we want salty and spicy. And a sword pick because it's the coolest. So from what I understand, basically the ingredient, in this case pickles, chooses the typing for all of the buffs. And then salty and spicy give you encounter plus the shiny and
Weird.
tidal powers. At least that's how I understand it, if I'm reading the guide correctly.
That face one pickle sandwich.
I mean, I like pickles, so I'm not gonna complain about that.
Just pure pickle sandwich.
And yeah, I would eat
Actually,
that.
when I worked at Subway, we had people who would do that.
Yeah.
They would get like a veggie sub and just load it up with pickles.
Again, for the record, also anyone looking at what I'm doing here, this is the guide that I'm following. And let me bring this down. So if you look at the encounter power, that's salty and spicy. And
It's
then,
a spooky sandwich pick.
oh, I love it though. And then fighting is the pickles. So, all right. We're probably going to run this one more round and then I'm going to
Heck, yeah.
sleep.
Can can only put in so much grinding in one sitting.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why I popped him out to ride for like 3 feet. All right. Research Station 1. I might as well get Iron Valiant on the way in, right? Iron Hands.
Mr. Big Handsy Mittens.
Yeah. Mr. Totally Not Hariyama.
Right?
It's like Hariyama, but Rayman.
A little bit, yeah.
All right. I also get Halucha, which actually I like Halucha shiny, so I'm okay with this.
Isn't it like purple?
It's like purple and black. It's really cool.
Halucha is a weird mon.
All right. So far, no good. See, like that is off, but because it looks different, I'm like, wait a minute, and it's like, no, you just don't have your pants turned on.
Hey man, sometimes you just forget to turn your pants on in the morning.
Yeah, that's happened to me once or twice.
Right?
And
So
these guys show up here too, but those don't look shiny.
yeah, the Iron Hands show up basically everywhere in the entire location.
So you said the Tyranitar dudes show up like at like these areas down
Yeah,
here?
these. Yeah, like you have to be on the, because it depends on what terrain you're on. So as soon as you walk over there and you get on like that brown
Yeah,
dirt,
because see, these guys showed up right at the
yeah,
edge.
it changes all the mons that spawn once you get close to the dirt.
Interesting.
Like as soon as you start standing on it, you'll find all these rock types and like Talonflame.
It's funny how the spawns work.
Yeah, it's almost like the floor type is what determines it. Because also, like if you go into a river, all the spawns change.
Yeah, I
Even
saw
the
that
guys
when
that
I
are-
was hunting. It
yeah.
was like suddenly, oh, look, actual water types, because there's no fighting types that show up in the water. Except for the flamingo, which is like edge of the water, not actually in the water.
What's the freaking flamingo?
Flamigo, I think is what it's called,
Flamingo,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah, honestly, safe scrubbing that power, the Urban Mystica, works out really great.
Yeah, it does, because like that only took you a minute to reset versus how long it would take you to go raid and get new ingredients for what you need again. Like, heck,
Yeah.
that could be days or longer if you're not lucky.
Yeah. Dude, you're in my way of a Pokeball. Y'all aren't shiny. Neither you. Unless I wonder if by resetting it, I just put the random number generator back to where it was when I started. I hope that's not the case.
That is also an interesting thought. Yeah, I feel like people online would probably have researched that a little bit.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Like, where's the divergence point for the RNG?
It should be time plus in number of other variables. But since, whatever time a given event happens is always changing, that's at least a good place to start, like seeding your random number.
That's true. So yeah, it seems like you could probably do this without much problem.
But then again, I've also heard that's a tall boy. I've also heard that there's apparently an RNG manipulation for online battles that they're fixing
Oh, they already
or have
fixed
fixed.
that,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, it used to be that all the online battle seeds were like they were static. So like if you used fissure on turn 7, it would always hit. Like you could start predicting stuff like that.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's nonsense. So that's already fixed.
That explains why the video thumbnails that I saw with that thing all had like fissure and guillotine and all those other
nonsense moves that are like you could just
sheer cold.
for sure hit with them if you knew like what time to use them.
I do feel bad for the dev team for this game.
Right? They've got. I hope they fix everything. At least fix the big things.
In other news, I used Gold Dingo to solo a 5-star raid at level 80.
Buildingo is apparently like the most used Metamon in this gen already,
Oh my word.
competitively and in raiding.
Well, it gets a base 160 power move.
Yeah, plus it's just like it has its ability makes it immune to like
Everything?
everything.
Yeah.
So like yeah, like anything that would be used to like deter people like just standing there and setting up on like
Yeah.
your spinners or your blockers, like he just doesn't give a shit. He's just gonna stand there and just buff himself up and then kill you.
Basically, if any direct move affects his status or abilities, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's the end of it.
It just doesn't work. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like what? That's insane. Yeah, he's crazy. It's no surprise that he's gonna get used everywhere.
I would not be surprised to find him in Smogon's Ubers,
Oh, for
honestly.
sure. Plus, he's a rapid spin blocker,
Yep.
so like you can switch in on like all of those different guys that are just chunky, tanky guys that are usually they're gonna try to shoo you away with like status moves and stuff, but like he just doesn't give a shit.
It's like Honey Badger.
Right? He's just gonna hop down and nasty plot and then what just wipe through you. It's like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I've seen no silver helmet so far. Nope. That one maybe do double take though.
Right? It's like with no clear indication other than just you visually confirm it with your eyeballs, it's a kind of a lot of like spookiness.
Yeah. Being said, the recipe works great.
Yeah, like you're getting through so many encounters.
I don't know why those guys keep showing up though. It's like you're not fighting type, you're not water type, the biome isn't any different, and there are fighting type mons that show up in here, so why are you here?
Doggo transcends food
It's true.
with his 300 base power move.
Only if all your allies are dead.
Right, but you can cheese some nonsense with it by like having Tyranitar set sand so he gets double speed at the very end and just can reverse sweep.
Ugh.
Yeah, some of the new guys are like, I understand why you went straight to Ubers.
Wait, does it have Sand Rush?
Yeah, he has Sand Rush, so he
Oh
double speed
hell.
and sand. So yeah, you just have your full team of guys that just like suicide, and then Tyranitar just sets sand and then dies, and then
Heck,
you
you could
just
set up
drop.
a baton pass team to just make it even better.
You could, yeah, you don't have to like. You could just waste time with that. Yeah, you don't have to like just speed it to. It's like okay, that's kind of dumb because then it's like you're just playing against a race to the bottom where they're just trying to set up their dumb thing on you at the very end.
Yeah. I mean, in a different context, like sweeps can be entertaining, but when they're like, and this
When
isn't
they're
speaking
it,
about competitively, when it's something you don't expect, like Magikarp sweep, right? You know,
yeah, like when they get the clever setup that you didn't call and they found the opening and they got their sweeper set up, like that's always fun to see. But these
it's
gimmicky teams that are just like
click the button and win.
he's always gonna be set up no matter what you try and do. So like
Yeah,
you just have to know you just have to have a counter for him when he's already set up, which that's ridiculous. You can't have something that specifically countering.
yeah. Unrelated. That's one of the reasons why I don't like Banjo Kazooie and Smash, because once you're at like 100 damage, like it's side B and you get KO'd.
Oh yeah, the invulnerability.
Yep.
Yeah, the bluff check is like really can be spooky because yeah, you can commit to something that would normally be 100% safe and they'll just win the exchange and kill you.
Yeah. It also doesn't help that the Iron Valiant's like cry sound is very similar to like what I would imagine a shiny sound would be because it sounds very like metallic.
Yeah,
Like, wait a
it's like
minute. Nope. Are you the same one that I saw earlier? You can't be. Let's pop out here for a minute. Y'all aren't shiny. None of you are.
they're unworthy.
None of you are. Put you in the wall. Stop following me.
The wall shinies are the best shinies.
Nope. There's another one in the wall. Wow. Why are there so many Pokemon in the walls?
Because I think they just like made it rather than trying to place spawn points. I think that that spawns the enemies in like a proximity around you.
And then it figures out if they're actually validly there. Or maybe it doesn't figure it out and they just
It
exist.
doesn't. It doesn't. There must be terrain behind like, because I'm assuming like this cliff is probably like a single model object. So like
Yeah.
behind this wall is probably floor. So the floor reads valid and it places the mob there.
Even though you can't go there because the
Yeah,
rock's in the
even there,
way.
yeah, there's no way to actually get back there unless
Yeah.
like you could throw the Pokeball and kind of hit him out of the wall. But yeah,
That's what I've been doing.
so you can kind of if they're close enough that they'll start chasing you. Like if a shiny spawned a good way in the wall, you'd just be out of luck. But it's like a really economic way to do an open world game because then
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about placing individual spawn points, which that takes up a huge amount of time, yeah, on map.
Yeah. I mean, I have noticed that there are a few static spawns. Like some spots will show.
Yeah,
Like,
some of the like yeah, some of the Terra guys are always in the same
yeah.
spots, and you can actually go back to where the Titans were and catch special versions of them that have a special title.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you go back to the desert, you'll find like iron treads there, and I was
I
like,
saw
what?
one.
Yeah, they don't. You have to talk to them to start the fight. But if you catch those ones by all of the like the Herba Mystica caves, then they come with a special title that you could put on them that's like the former Titan.
Oh, damn. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's kind of neat.
None of y'all are shiny. Which makes me sad. Not even the Palmite are shiny.
Right? I like at least I like when they spawn. Most of the shinies I found spawned in a group, so I noticed the contrast
Yeah.
because like all of them were one color except for one, and I was like, oh wait a sec.
Damn. Yeah. That is not how Shroomish spawned. It was like literally just walking across the road. I was like, wait a minute.
Just hanging out.
That looks different.
Why are you different? I must have you.
Damn. That one I missed is going to haunt me forever, though.
Right, that's always a spooky number to see. Like you've encountered more shinies than you got. You're like, what? On one that you didn't like kill yourself and know it's gone.
Right.
It's like, oh, what could have been? Yeah, I'm still shocked that like the first Iron Moth I ran into in here when I was just catching these guys to have like one of each was shiny.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Yeah, that was the one that I didn't know was shiny because I mean I saw him during the final boss sequence, but like the final boss sequence, there's like that's an intense final boss sequence. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot to remember.
I didn't notice the little different highlights on Iron Moth until I caught it and the Pokedex picture was different. I was like, oh wow, no way.
Yeah, Iron Moth is very subtle because it's just like the horns, right?
Yeah, it's like the horns on the head and the tips of the inner wings. But yeah, like getting like all the shiny Paradox guys seems like totally doable.
I mean,
Within like there's within the bounds of shiny hunting, like usually
yeah.
getting like full sets of guys is like unheard of. So the fact that that's like feasible in this game is like that's a big accessibility feature.
Oh, yeah.
Because like in other games, it's like I'm gonna get a shiny. Well, I hope you like 380 hours of Poke Radar chaining.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
like, oh man,
actual
I
years of
guess,
resetting.
right?
Just a
Yeah,
legendary.
like I remember in college, I was counting steps in my head on the way to class, like because you every 50 steps in X and Y, you could reset the Poke Radar and do another one. And so I
Oh,
was just
shit.
like walking to class and counting steps. I was like, this is. I don't know if I want to do that again.
Yeah, I never got so deep as to do Poker Radar chaining in X and
I
Y.
did it one time because I was like, let's just do it to say I've done it once, so I can like understand when people start like talking
Yeah.
about it. But then after I did the one, I was like, I'm good. I got my Gumi. I'm not ever gonna do this again.
Yeah, I think I did that, but I
Because
think
I
I was
know there was
chaining just
like,
for IVs, not for a shiny.
oh yeah, there's that too. yeah, there's some chaining methods that are pretty reliable that you'll pretty much guaranteed to get one if you go out long enough. Because like chain fishing in X and Y was like the chain would never drop. It was always
Mm,
for sure. So you could just chain fish over and over and over until you hit like the highest shiny chance, and then just go at that until you get one.
right.
And then or like X and or Sun and Moon, like the horde battles, all you had to do was just because there was that one item that like added a additional enemy, the adrenaline orb or whatever,
Yeah.
and you could just keep the battle going with like nonsense. Like there was like a trick with like Lepa Berry recycle.
Yep. So you get like a Snorlax or something, and you do leopard
Yeah.
berries and recycle, and then once you found the one you wanted, you'd swap out to a different mon that had trick with a leopard berry, so that the one that you want to catch didn't struggle itself to death.
Oh, that's smart. Because yeah, that's what happened with my Ditto.
Uh,
I
Rip.
chained Ditto in Sun, and like after a few weeks of like not constant, but just kind of because you could put the 3DS in sleep mode and then just like come back to it
Yeah.
another night, like for off and on for a few weeks. And I finally got it, and then it killed itself.
F.
I think I screwed up too. I don't remember what I did, but the transform on it failed, so it
Mm.
immediately started struggling. Because there was some trick with the Dittos that you could make it so they couldn't transform into you, so that they were
There it
basically
is. There it
like,
is. There it is. There it is.
oh, your
Hello,
stream's
friend.
behind, so it'll show up in a second,
Shit.
I'm assuming.
Shit. 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 It's a different one. Get out. Get out. Don't run away, Shiny. Get me out of here. Don't go away. It's back there in the background. Fuck.
It should still be there. There it is.
Shit. 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 Come here. Come here. Come here. Yes.
Oh, the other one runs up and grabs you. That's
That
funny.
actually fucking worked. I'm so happy.
Nice. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Like
No, not at all.
an hour to get the shiny you're after. That's crazy. Like
Yeah.
we've come so far from the days where it was 1 in 8,000, and that was the chance you had. Like,
F.
yeah, wow. Well, spicy. There you go.
Jeez, and I was
Yeah,
just about ready to start like spacing out there too.
right? The monotone white is cool. Maybe I'll
Oh,
do
it's
this too.
so cool.
It looks really sick. Like having a full team of all the Chrome Paradox dudes would be sick. I'm sad though because like they're probably not going to come back next gen. They're going to be like the Ultra Beasts, where like
Yeah.
next gen they're just
Well-
going to be banished to home forever.
They added some of the Ultra Beasts in Sword and Moon eventually.
Like in Sword and Shield or Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield, yeah. I don't know why I said Sword and
Did
Moon.
they?
Yeah.
Like in the last DLC? Because I have not actually played Crown Tundra yet. It's on my
Yeah,
to-do
there's
list.
Bucephalon, Stakataka, Buzzwole,
Ah, Buzzwole. I
Kartana,
love Buzzwole.
Famo-
Okay, well that's cool then.
Famosa.
I didn't know that, so that's nice then. So there is hope for them because I was like, oh, yeah, they also have the eye closed. That was patched like yesterday.
Oh shit, look at that. Yeah. That was
'Cause,
always
yeah,
like really disturbing. It's
a little
asleep
bit.
and staring at me.
God damn, they look cool with the monochrome.
Oh, that's gonna
colors.
hit
Is that-
really hard. Shit. Don't run. Don't run. Alright, you can take anything that this can throw at you. What kind of ball should I put it in?
I always do Premier Ball for my shinies, but
I
everyone
think
has their own style.
I mean I
Like,
think Premier Ball fits this though.
it does if it's the coloring really nicely. Some people try to coordinate the colors. I do like if it's a competitive mon, I just use an Ultra Ball because that's like the
Normal.
classic.
Yeah.
The classic high level trainer ball.
I wanna max revive
Microsoft.
our catcher
Microsoft,
here.
the reliable partner. I don't know about that. Microsoft. I don't know if I'd say Microsoft is reliable.
It's so
That's-
bad.
It is a really multi-level joke. I love it.
That ribbon I got, I didn't right. I didn't get that on purpose. That just happened. I
I think
noticed
that's
it towards the end.
is that one of the ones that's just a personality one, or is that the one? Because there's one for like having max friendship points. Cat.
Having that what?
Because there's a mark for giving like max friendship points.
Oh, jeez. Why are you like how you are? Yeah, man. Let me see if I can heal up real quick here. Yeah, I don't know. It might be max friendship points because I did.
Because Because I think my
Like
moth has that same title. I know my moth didn't have a title originally.
I've had Azumarill since I started the game. Like I caught it at
In the first area.
in the first area with huge powers. The first one I caught.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh my word! Stop doing that.
He just doesn't want to be your friend. Ah, he looks really cool though.
Have a
I'm gonna
mushroom.
have to. I'm gonna try to catch one of these two. That looks so cool.
False swipe. This should bring it into the red. I think this is also. Well, I think I'm going to give this Braylon Technician to power up false swipe specifically.
I mean, why not? If he's your catcher dude.
Yeah. All right, so we do Premier Ball, Ultra Ball. I'm gonna save the April Balls for like
Raids.
raids.
Yeah. Because otherwise, like, to get a shiny in a April Ball, you would basically have to, like... Although, I think you can save... After you find the shiny, you can save.
Yeah, I
and
didn't
load
do
your
that.
save, and the shiny... Yeah. Yeah, if you do that, then that way you could... It would be time... It would be a time-consuming, but you could for sure get it.
I could
'Cause I'm
put it in a
debating.
Luxury Ball.
Put it in a Beast Ball.
Yeah, that'd be nice, but no.
Right? There's, like, no way. Because,
Yeah,
the Beast Ball, like, has, like, a negative capture rate if
Yeah.
it's not an Ultra Beast.
I almost want to put something in a Beast Ball that I can breed.
Oh, that's always fun, because then it's cool, because you can
Yeah.
get more of them.
Let's just do Premier Ball. I think the Premier Ball suits the color scheme the best.
I think it does too. Like the red's not that far from like the pink. Where it's almost kind of a pink on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works really well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one of these. That just looks so cool.
Alright, I'm gonna Spore it just because I think it's gonna wake up.
Probably.
Yep.
Introduce itself.
Oh, Spore is so great. It's 100%.
I also really like that they added Premier Balls to every ball. Because it used to be you could only get them from buying 10 Pokeballs.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's like if you get Ultra Balls, they give you one. You end up accumulating quite a few if you buy like.
Oh, hell.
I buy Ultra Balls
Buy
in
them in
like
tins.
groups of 50.
Yeah.
So then you just get a bunch. Ah, it's so nice to see the eyes closed.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's such a small detail, but it like makes it a lot nicer.
I might go through all my Premier Balls doing this.
Potentially, the catch rate on these guys are sometimes a little spooky.
Yeah.
That's why I tend to go for Thunder Wave rather than Sleep, just because you get them once and then just be
They're
tanky
set.
enough to, just be
Yeah,
level
but-
100, be tanky.
But Sleep has a better, like,
Yeah,
chance
it's more
effect.
use. Yeah, it does. It helps more. It's like the consistency versus the better status for catching.
Hey, Enigma, welcome to the stream. Oh, I actually live that. That's frightening. We're at max potion. You showed up here just in time for the shiny to actually show up.
Right? It's pretty amazing that you could like post a shiny hunting stream and get it like within an hour pretty
Dingus.
realistically. That's really nice. Like that makes it such more of a feature in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Versus like this mythical thing that some people get if they're like chosen by the gods, because
Right.
like in the old games I've replayed them all like multiple times, and in my like entire 25-year Pokemon career, in those old games with the original shiny chance, I've only ever found one. One in 8,000 is might as well not even be in the game.
Yeah, I know, right?
Or they're all hacked. Like they're so all hacked out there.
Alright.
He is really not wanting to cooperate.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
He looks like a Sonic character though, honestly. He looks like Metal Sonic.
Yeah, a little bit. I love it.
Like Robotnik had a hand.
Ah, shiza. Alright. Get in the ball. Get in the ball. Get in the ball.
I mean, you could false swipe it one more time.
Would that make a difference, though?
At 1 HP, you have a higher chance for critical catches.
Okay, well, then we're going to do that next. False swipe.
chip off that last little smidge there. Because
Yeah.
once you get the critical catch, then it's basically free.
Yeah. Spore. I'm just being very careful about not hitting like Drain Punch.
The wrong move, right?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oops, it's dead now.
Right? One input, shiny, go bye bye.
Alright, X, A. I'm getting spooked out. Oh, nope.
Right?
Not
Because
yet,
in
not
the
yet.
old games, you would just mash A because the cursor would stay on like the Pokeballs.
Yeah.
And now in this game, you actually have to alternate between X and A. It's like, okay, a little less autopilot for
Mhm.
catch spamming. A little spookier.
Come on, stay asleep. Good. Alright, we get one more ball and then it's gonna wake up again, and then I'm gonna have to revive the catcher here probably after this.
Heck.
Plus it's probably using Moonbeam in its sleep. 1, 2. The shine like left mission above the Babalaga.
He wants to introduce himself to
Oh,
your
Night
death.
Slash. That's fine. I'm gonna get another hit anyway. I hope it doesn't start struggling. God dang it, I hope it doesn't
I would be
start struggling.
surprised because those other moves are like 16.
Leaf Blade won't kill
Count.
me. Alright. Yep. Alright.
Because like you would have had to be if you weren't sleeping him, I would worry maybe that you might. But sleeping actually helps because it slows down how many moves they use.
Yep.
So it does have that added bonus.
Now, I just want to look at my items. I think I've got 11 max revives, but I've got 14 potions. I'm gonna use a Rego hyper potion, and then I'll start throwing balls again, just so that I'm set for the next wake up.
Right? It's nice that you can because the items aren't like limited use. Because I always like save them all in other runs. I'm like, well, I don't want to use my max revive because like they only give you like 3 ever. That's it.
Yeah,
So I
you
end
can
up,
buy
I end
them,
up not
can't you?
using it. Yeah, like, I don't know if you could buy max revives, but you can definitely find them out in the wild pretty
Yeah,
easily.
it's where I've got all of mine.
Yeah, so like you can kind of use them more liberally and for their intended purpose without feeling like you're compromised if you really needed one, which is like you always finish the game before you ever get to that point.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh, that hits so hard.
It's nice to see them abandoning like super dated RPG mechanics, like making healing items ridiculously exclusive.
Oh, Moonblast's gonna kill me. Yep. I wonder if...
Yeah, he is really fighting you.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Wow.
Choose next Pokemon. Do not run.
You don't want to run from your super cool shiny?
I wonder if I don't get it in like another couple of sleeps, I'm gonna start throwing Ultra Balls.
Yeah, he's really fighting you. I'm surprised. I've never
Yeah.
had one like
Do you
fight this
know?
hard.
Do you know if you can buy PP up in a shop?
Yes, you can, which is the best.
All right. Now, what you
You
need to
can
do
buy it at the
is use Leaf
Chansey
Blade.
Pharmaceuticals.
The Chansey drugstore.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound sketchy at all. It's
Your
a
dank mints.
Chansey drugstore.
Hey man, they sell the best mints. They will literally change your personality,
Oh yeah. All
which
right.
is kind of
So
spooky.
now another idea is Moonblast special or physical? It's special, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right. So we're gonna Spore, and then I'm gonna take an X special defense because I never use those items, and I've got about
That's a
300
thought.
of them.
Yeah, just boost your guy up to be unkillable. Then you don't have to worry about it.
X special defense. Sharply, so it's 2 stages, right?
Yeah, 2 stages. So if you used 3, you'd be maxed out.
And I'm just gonna start sporing on turn 2. So that's 1 sleep. So we'll do 1 more drug, and then we'll do Spore again. I'm gonna do an X speed actually, rather than another special defense, so we can see if I can't catch him before it actually does anything.
Well, it uses its turn to wake up, so if it didn't, it would just change what. Because it wakes up on its action. Its
Oh
turn,
yeah,
so
yeah.
even if you outspeed it, it'll already be slept.
But now, if I outspeed it now, I can actually just do this, and I do outspeed it. At least that's nicer. I just changed when I get hit.
right? Makes it at least somewhat more respondable.
Yeah. All right. Premier ball, go. All right. After this sleep, if it's not, ooh, there's the crit. There's the crit. Yeah.
Nice.
I
The
need to be
crit is,
quiet because the baby's sleeping in the next room. So
but shinies are
otherwise,
hype.
otherwise my neighbor would hear me.
Shinies are hype. Well, damn, nice that you got it
Oh, I'm so
during your
happy.
stream.
I actually like set out to do the thing, and I did the thing. All
That's pretty
right.
nice.
Yeah, we're gonna give Shy Iron Valiant a nickname. I can change this if I don't like it, right?
Yeah, if you're the OT, you can change it a million times. It's only if it's a traded guy that you only get one change. If it wasn't already named. Sick though, that looks really cool. Yeah, I've been looking for an extra goal because I'm like getting close to like having nothing left to do in the game. Like you've got my competitive team's almost done. I've got the Pokedex finished.
So because
So,
it's pink, I named it Metal Amy instead of Metal Sonic.
oh my gosh.
It's terrible, I know, isn't
It
it?
is terrible. It is terrible. Disrespect.
Oh, my sandwich is done too. Oh my word, it freaking worked. I love it. Oh man, it actually worked.
Yeah, that's hype. I'll have to try
Heckles.
that then.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Now I don't have any more salty herba mystica, of course, but you know,
Well, I mean, being able to spend those and like basically exchange them for a shiny with some effort is like super nice.
yeah.
That's that's really
Apparently
cool.
you can do it in a party too, and just they say that the party should just like add cheese to the sandwich. So let me look at
Oh, that's weird.
the
I guess
pic
they're
again.
co-op sandwich making.
Yeah. Yeah, you can co-op sandwich making, but every ingredient that everyone picks will be added, so someone could easily just like screw up the recipe.
Heck.
Let me look at the guide again here real quick because it does actually include like a provision for that. Open original. Actually, you know what? How about I put it back on stream that way everyone can see it. So let's do that and that and that so I can move it around. Yeah, so if you look at the bottom here, this sandwich can be used in groups of up to 4 as well. For this to work for other players, the process is the same. Every player is required to contribute at least one ingredient and one seasoning. Because each player needs to contribute, when the sandwich needs to be as simple as possible. Players 2 through 4 are going to select cheese as their ingredient and one seasoning other than Herba Mystica. But yeah, heck. Encounter power, which is salty and spicy. And then we got the type was fighting for this, so it's pickles. Pickles are the
Yeah.
best. Now, what I actually want to know, if I look at the Pokemon, I can see if I got a title on it, right?
Yeah, it's right on the summary page.
Did I put it in my party?
Yeah, it has to be in your party though. Well, you can tell from the box because it'll either say this Pokemon has none, or it'll be like a line, like it'll be like blank, like as if you could put something there. So if it says it doesn't have one, then it doesn't have one. But if it's
Like
got that,
that?
like, yeah,
Yeah.
then you have to put it in your party, and then you can see which titles it has
Oh,
available.
heck,
Because each ribbon also gives it a title.
that is cool. All right, well, I've got to get more Herba Mystica so I can do the shiny hunt for the others now.
Right? That's really cool. I have to check into
Heck.
that too. Because I've got a couple, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to use them on.
Ah,
I'll have to check and see like what are cool shinies that I might actually want.
I'm sure that that's what I want to use them on. How about
Right?
that?
Yeah, shinies they're cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
They're better than anything else you could use a sandwich for. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Like an hour.
that was
That's nothing.
eminently reasonable. I guess let me look at YouTube here and see how long I've been streaming. So the stream has been running for yeah,
Yeah.
an hour and 10 minutes. And
Okay.
I did 2 sandwiches. Each sandwich gave me 30 minutes of thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, figuring like on your sandwich time.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, just 30 minutes per attempt until you get it.
Yeah. I love it.
Nice.
And then
That's spicy.
as long as you reset, you don't even need to burn additional ones.
Right? You
So,
can just basically use the same sandwich until you get them.
oh yeah. I love it.
That is nifty.
All right, I'm gonna add the stream title here, and I think we're gonna close it out.
Yeah, you accomplished your mission. Well, part of it. You got one of the two, which
Yeah,
is
well,
pretty sweet.
I was hoping to get both, but I was getting greedy, so
Right? I mean, that would be sweet, but on the other hand, like it's not impossible to get more of them. So just do more raids, and you'll eventually be able to just grab the other one.
I'll probably, when I'm not busy doing all the other 300 things I'm doing, I'll turn this into a guide video too. Anyway, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, dude. Sweet,
And
sweet.
thank y'all for watching as well, and I will catch you in the next video or stream. Take care.
Bye bye.
All right, we're off the stream now.